Welcome back to your high school sports. I'm on the line now with head official, and he is the head man for the KFOA in the southeast region here in Knoxville. Harold Denton is our guest this morning. Harold, tell our fans what you are. What really do you do in your title?
Well, I am one of the three supervisors in the Knoxville Football Official Association. We service about 31 schools here in the greater Knoxville area. We go as far east as East Knox County, all of Sevier County, as far north as Cumberland Gap, and as far west as, I guess, just West Knoxville and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of schools there.
Actually, how long have you been with KFOA?
Well, that's a lot of ancient history. Right now, probably over 50 years.
Whoa, that's a long time to be doing high school football, right?
Well, football gets in your blood, gets in under your skin, and you've played it for a lot of your life, and then you get a chance to do something a little bit more after you've lost your eligibility. And even in my case, when your legs are sort of going to pot and you can't chase kids anymore, well, you can teach and lead and do those kind of things.
Now, your official job on the field on Friday nights is what? Are you a head man?
Well, on Friday, basically, I'll go in and observe a crew or two crews. It depends on how far they are apart, and critique them on what they're doing, what they can do more efficiently, what they can do better. And for the most part, it's just praising those guys because they take it very seriously and they do a doggone good job.
And you know, being an official, it is, you know, you really got to be really biased. You can't pull for a team, no matter what, if you like that team or not, or that coach. You in your position, you really have to be biased.
Well, I wouldn't say biased. You've got to be very generic with what's going on. Basically, you're biased to the playing rules and making sure everybody upholds those rules to the best of their ability. So if somebody gains or loses an advantage and it's against the rules, obviously we've got a problem. Flags fly and things happen.
Harold, tell us about, I know the situation going into this year, the TSSAA does not know what's going to happen this fall, but your best scenario, what would happen?
Well, we expect the first kingpin that's got to happen is the county school superintendents have got to declare that, one, high school is going to be back in session. That hasn't happened yet. And then thereafter, what things are going to be happening. Obviously, we will walk to those rules and do what we have to do. Would not be unexpected to see high school officials going to games and arriving in a mask and be in the locker room likewise. But when we go to the field, we're already seeing some guidance from some of the college guys that when you go to the field, everything is pretty much as normal as you've seen it in the past.
Let me ask you this. I've talked to some coaches around the Southeast, and a lot of them are not opposed to maybe just playing district games. Have you heard anything about that?
We have not yet, although I've heard of a couple of colleges. Well, for instance, South Atlantic Conference with Carson Newman and Tuscum have indicated, I don't know if it's still there yet or not, but they were only going to play conference games, not intersectional or non-conference games. I think it may be early yet, but obviously, you know, if you're coming out of Florida to Jefferson City and you're going to fly, you've got to make plans for that. So it's a can of worms right now. I think July 1, I know Knox County health commissioners are meeting in the next 2 or 3 days. They'll be talking about phase 3. That's going to impact everybody. And the State Board of Health apparently is doing likewise. A lot of this phase 3 thing is coming into turning things more wide open, which includes high school sports.
We back to talking to some of the coaches. I talked to Coach Hunt at Maryville, and he said he would not be opposed of going back to like Pop Warner. You know, the players coming and showing up, not going into dressing rooms, just doing everything on the field and doing halftime on the field. What do you think about that?
Well, one of the things that COVID has done is we're not going to be doing business in the future as we've done business in the past. And if that's the case and we preserve the game, I'm all for it. If we don't, obviously we won't be happy with it. But hey, we're part of a bigger microcosm here, and we got to be a team player as well as everybody else. So here you go.
There we go. Harold, let's talk about your upcoming media day. The KFOA media day is scheduled for July 10th. How will you handle that situation?
Well, we sort of took some phases last year because of some other circumstances. We were interviewing as many as 5 different teams on every 20-minute rotation. Last year, we had already spread that out to 3 teams, which in the pavilion at the Three Bridges Golf Course gives you plenty of room to social distance. And by the same token, this year there's no requirement that the coaches bring players. The coach may just come in and talk himself about his program. We're still working out a lot of the details. Again, we think July 1 is going to be a red letter day. We're going to get a lot of direction from that standpoint.
How many teams have gave you their concerns, and how many do you think will be there?
Out of concerns, I've had nobody voicing issues. However, our sign-ups have been slow because folks don't know what to do.
Yes.
And likewise, I think we've got 18 teams signed up right now, on the way to a maximum of 32 or 3 teams we can take. So we've still got some space for some teams, and we're wide open. All the coaches got to do is just give us a buzz or email us, and we'll be happy to get them locked in.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time, Harold. I know you got some other things you got to be doing today, like we know you got to be in that hayfield sometimes today.
Well, I'm getting ready to go kiss a tractor right now. You got it.
All right. We've been talking to Harold Denton. He's one of the 3 main officials for the KFOA. And, Harold, we'll see you on July 10th at Media Days.
Good deal. Great to always work with you, Roddy.
All right.